Will they or won't they? That is the question that every pinhead and the pinball curious have been asking for the past 6 months. We've seen artwork and prototype, gameplay footage, you name it, but nobody knew whether Wonderland would actually be able to bring Alice Goes to Wonderland to market. Well, today we found out, and we found out big, as their Kickstarter was fully funded in less than 2 minutes. That's what we're talking about today on today's Lunch and Stream. So let's get into it. All right, guys, thanks for joining us today and hope you are having a good lunch break because today we have some amazing news. As I mentioned in the intro, Wonderland Amusements seems to have hit a home run with their new 3/4, call it 8/10 scale home arcade physical pinball machine, Alice Goes to Wonderland. The Kickstarter launched just over an hour ago, roughly an hour and a half at this point. And not only did it get funded in less than 2 minutes, but it has smashed their goal. That's right. As we sit here right now, there are over $316,000 in backers, more than 3 times their stated goal. And I reached out to Peter at Wonderland just to get his comment and to congratulate the team on their launch. And he tells me that they are all tripping over there, and what a blast they're having watching the backers just come flooding in today. And man, oh man, this thing is coming one way or another. We still have lots of questions. What does the call outs sound like? What is the physical game going to be like with the different modes, and what's that DMD going to look like along with that? Are there going to be animations? Are there going to be mini games? So much that is still unanswered, but that hasn't stopped the backers. And wow, huge hit. Let's take a look as people continue to launch their pledges. Lots of this stuff was announced late last week, leading into that. As for what the stretch goals and rewards would be, and let's just jump right over to those. So many of you may have known they announced the initial 100 backers would be able to purchase this pinball for $7.99, which is roughly 20% off the retail price. But this morning, before it went live, they announced they were adding another 100 units. So 200 units of this 20% off rate. And man, they went fast. As you can see, none are left at this point. If you didn't get in, you didn't get this off. They also announced the shipping, and depending where you are located, it is less than $100. For myself, it was only $50. I've seen other people reporting $75. But man, between that 20% off plus that low cost shipping, quite a deal for this early White Rabbit special. They also featured, how do we get down here? Some of these other rewards. You could purchase the $20 playing cards, of course, with feature artwork from the game. You had the Mad Hatter's Choice. This is the unit now that is available. It's 15% off, so $50 more than that early special. This is unlimited, essentially, as long as the Kickstarter is live. You can get in at this rate. So $8.49 for the pin itself. You have the Tweedledee 2-pack. So this gets you that 20% discount, but you have to purchase two. So maybe partner up with a buddy. And then for the big money guys, the people that want a truly limited edition, they offer the limited edition Queen of Hearts collection, which has that bronze powder coated accessory kit, the rails, the front skirt stuff, the legs, the trim around the speakers. It also comes with a brass doorknob for the plunger. It comes with 3D sculpts where there were couple 2D sculpts. Those are now removed, and you have the 3D sculpts. You also get the playing cards, and you get the grill cover, along with limited edition plaque and signed and numbered, all that fun stuff. That comes in at 18, so roughly $1,900, and you can see 9 backers at that rate. So pretty cool, all the stuff that is included here. As we scroll back up to this limited edition, I'm not sure why I can't see it at this point, but there you can purchase a lot of these add-ons separately. For example, I think that the playing cards are $20. The dust cover is $50, 49. You can get that 3D sculpt bundle, which includes both the Mad Hatter, the Cheshire Cat sculpts, and the plunger, the doorknob plunger, for 129. And then if you wanted that additional topper that comes with the big limited kit, you can get that for 149. Uh, Myself, not a huge fan of the topper. I did back this in all fairness and in uh, just to put it out there. And I went with that base unit at the 799, the White Rabbit Early Bird. I also picked up the 3D Sculpt pack myself. So very cool. I mean, you can see as we're sitting here, just more and more backers coming in. So this is quite the home run for Wonderland. And I see lots of people pretty interested. Uh, and P-Dub says it's too early to be on Twitter. And let's see here. Goofy Foot is amazed. He says it's going to be a big first run with all these backers. Hope they get all the kinks worked out before the release. Lots of machines with a 1-year warranty. That is the other special thing they announced. If you purchase or back in this Kickstarter, you do get a full 1-year warranty. They also announced that, of course, you can buy. Um, I think these are maybe in the FAQ. Where were these? It's in here somewhere, where they announced. They kind of show some of their. Find it here. First of all, I go. Do you stop for a minute? They had these, of course, these spring-loaded spring head sways and talks. These are the ones that are replaced by the 3D sculpts. The other nice thing is they show some of the painted features, the other sculpts that were on the prototypes that were unpainted, and these look great painted. I have to say, these look amazing. So great job there. They talk about the code updates. Of course, it features multi-ball. I think this is one of the first looks we've had at multi-ball running on the table, so that is very cool. Here's the reward tiers we were talking about. There's that so topper, but a lot of toppers for pinball are like this. And I'm sure there will be an avid aftermarket, like Joe Sabos and other people making their own toppers for this if it proves to be super successful. And so far, sure seems like it is. And here's those 3D sculpts to replace, and they are weighted. You can see here that the size, what I'm hearing is these are bigger, of course, than Arcade 1-Up size, and they seem to be roughly the same size as the At Games Legends 4KP. So if you're an At Games Legends fan and you have one of their Legends pinball machines, this is going to sit very well right next to it. For the back box is maybe just a little bit smaller than the 4KPs, but doesn't look out of place or anything. So that is awesome just here. And there's some of those shots. It is a smaller pinball, as we've talked about in the past. So there's the comparison between the real and the scaled down pinball. But as Goofy Foot was talking about with the warranty, this is a 8/10 scale pinball machine. And so all the mechs on this playing field, all those bumpers, the slingshots, the flippers, the balls, they're all special size. They're all, even the solenoids underneath, they are all custom built for this machine, which is going to be a challenge, right? If this ends up being not as successful as we all hope. Well, thankfully, it looks like it's going to be wildly successful. Now we'll see if the product lives up to the expectations. But with those custom parts, it's not like you can just go online to any store and purchase replacement parts. So having a 1-year warranty is absolutely critical. And as they noted, they will also be selling replacement parts on their website. So here is a sample of a mock-up on their website where you will be able to go in and say, buy new flippers, buy new bumpers, all of these things. So they'll have a whole marketplace where you can buy replacement parts to swap these in and out. I would imagine we'll also see an avid market of customs, again, mods. You know, you guys know this community. There's tons of companies that love to build mods for these things. So I would not be surprised if we don't see a bunch of special 3D printed sculpts that people have created, toppers. I, for one, am really considering taking all the rails off, the legs off, and having them powder coated white, because I think white will really make that art on the table pop. But man, so many cool things about this. And so this is scheduled to ship, as you see, Q4 of 2025. So with the Kickstarter set to end April 10th, just less than 29 days from now, they're going to move into mass production in June 2025. And I know everybody right now is all eyes and ears on WonderCon, which is where it will be for the first time for people to go play. And we've heard that Kongs R Us will be there in attendance, hopefully bring us lots of good gameplay footage so we can get a look at those callouts. We can get a look of the game modes. So make sure you guys bookmark his channel, pay attention to that, because that is coming later this month at WonderCon. And for many people, they are holding off backing until they see that. So can you imagine if they've got this amount of success already on this Kickstarter, what it will look like if they're able to hit a home run at WonderCon? I mean, it seems like they're well on their way to 500,000 US. Could they eclipse 1 million in pledges after WonderCon or by WonderCon? Uh, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm excited to find out. Pretty damn amazing. Meatball Saucy is in the house, and he talks about his wife saying, "Why didn't you jump in?" But he, again, is one of those that says, "Hey, we really got to see the gameplay. We got to see these call outs before we invest our hard-earned money." And so there's a lot of people sitting around waiting to see. And thanks for dropping by, B Kirby. If I could talk, um, Dusk Cade says he is excited. Uh, here's backer number 56. Can't wait. And yeah, just absolutely amazing how fast these things sold today. And look who's in the chat. Wonderland themselves saying hi and thanking everyone who was a backer. I know we're all super excited. Multicade Matt from Arcades Anonymous has just announced he has backed as well. Very cool. Galaga Guy, also from Arcades Anonymous, says he is happy for everyone that got one at that price. Shotgun Sean said he heard this is where he can get vaccinated. Absolutely. Uh, yeah, the 1-year warranty is going to be so nice and very, very important. And just, everybody, of course, giving congratulations out to Wonderland. Everybody has to be excited that has any interest in this. We didn't know what this Kickstarter was going to do. Was it going to just flood out there? Or was it going to be slow drip? Would it even make? And man, oh man, did it happen, and happen fast. Uh, Manuel, the wise guy, says, "Congratulations, James. I was able to get the early bird special and added the 3D sculpt package. Shipping cost for me in the Bay Area, California was $75. Awesome. Congratulations." Steve Sale, thanks for dropping by, says, "The problem is not being able to purchase the 3D sculpts after the first 200." So I think you still can, Steve. I think if you've already backed the 7.99 or whatever and it's not letting you, I think you have to go into manage your pledge, and then you can go purchase those add-ons by pledging additional for those. So you have to go to manage pledge and then change pledge, and then you can go from there, I believe. uh Jesus. All right. Stupid Fat Hobbit says, "If you have to think that most of us have not spent much on their home arcades in 2 years, have money to spend on all these new options for 2025, too bad, Arcade One Up. No money for you." And yeah, and Wonderland is confirming you can add the add-on separately. Again, if you've already pledged, I think you have to go to manage pledge and then change pledge in order to add the other options. So you can still do that. It's not, you're not locked out. So give that a try. Um, but very, very cool. Seeing Spirits says, "So the 20% already sold out. Darn, I guess that's what I get for working." Absolutely. Yeah, so keep in mind the next tier is just $50 more. So it's only a tiny fraction more expensive. So the only thing you got by jumping out early was saving $50. That's not to discount $50, right? But that's a price of a typical video game. In fact, these days it's less than a typical video game. So the delta isn't too bad for waiting, which is why I think you saw a lot of people wait for WonderCon, as Meatball says, to help make their final decision. So I think you're going to see, the trickle of backers come in all month, and then when WonderCon happens, you may see another big jump, depending on what comes out of that. So very cool. Let's see here. Console Kits is in the house. He says, "Will the design be updated with playfield switches? I don't see any roller switches. Ability to shift which lane or out lane insert is lit using the flipper buttons." So interesting. Good questions. Fourth Horseman says he is happy for the Wonderland folks, but really hope you guys don't get burned too badly. Yeah, make too many sales, right? Nerd Lounge Masters in the house and says, "Wonderland Amusements, congratulations, so excited." So a lot of people giving the shout outs to Wonderland, and they are, of course, very appreciative. So this is, like I said, just a luncheon stream, which is a quick lunch break stream where we can talk about whatever is happening. And today, of course, Wonderland Amusements is out there with their Kickstarter today, just absolutely killing it. Drew Witt says $50 shipping is fantastic. I was expecting a lot more than that. That sealed my decision to back. November is far away. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised when I logged on this morning and saw it was $50 shipping to me as well. What a deal from that perspective. These things are not small, so would not have shocked me to see a much higher shipping price. And you can see, man, already at 325 as we sit here, more and more backers jumping in. So congratulations, Wonderland. This is absolutely huge. Going to be a big day for you guys. And of course, Biggie D is in the house. So that's all I've got. Just wanted to get out there, have a quick moment to talk with you guys about the big, huge launch this morning, have a chance to celebrate Wonderland's achievement. Now, the proof is in the pudding. And now we have to look forward to WonderCon so we can see the great gameplay footage. And of course, we're looking at Q4 when we get these in our grubby little hands and get a chance to actually play and see what this thing is all about. So, thanks everybody for joining. Please smash that like button and uh, don't forget, if you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell for notification. You know what to do. And as always, until next time, have fun.